Hey guys, Akil here. Welcome back to another episode of the Trading Coach Podcast. This is going to be a special episode where I share with you an interview from one of the aspiring traders on our platform. If you're new to the show, I like to do that every once in a while just to switch things up so you can hear from a different voice and really hear from someone that's in a different stage of their trading journey. Now, this trader's long-term goal is to become a boring wealth creator, which may turn some people off, right? If you're looking for that get-rich billionaire, tiger, having yacht riding type of lifestyle. But if you're someone that's looking at trading from a more of a realistic perspective, I think it's going to be right up your alley.
Mr. Jason, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Good afternoon, good morning.
Yeah, good afternoon. It is 10 to 2 in the afternoon here. Whereabouts are you calling from?
North Carolina.
North Carolina. And what's the time there?
8:50.
8:50 in the morning. Cool. So, Jason, for anyone who hasn't had the pleasure of meeting you and conversing with you inside the platform, just tell us a brief background of who Jason Stopper is. What do you do?
So I'm married. I got 4 kids. So if you may see them running around in the background here, anywhere between the ages of 2 to 9. I help my wife and I own 2 dental practices. So I help with the business side of that, the bookkeeping, budgeting. I have a master's degree in business administration.
Cool.
I'm also a part-time paramedic. So I do that to just do something different. But I've been trying to dabble around with trading. My wife and I, we have real estate investments. I was sort of turned off from the markets for a long time just because I didn't really trust my money sitting in there. Looking at my financial sheets and everything, like a 401k is not a good way to save money. But recently last year, I started looking at options trading and I signed up with some courses, but it was really difficult to execute on that. And I've traded a couple of times on options. I haven't really lost any major amounts of money. I haven't made a lot of money, but
it's a different beast altogether, isn't it?
Yeah. And I noticed that, the reason I signed up back in December with you guys was one, Jason Stapleton. I don't know if you know who he is. I know Darren does. He helps us with our businesses. He recommended you guys. And so I've been following him for a long time. And I reached out to him and he said, yeah, these guys are legitimate. That same day I got an email from Akil and it mentioned that you guys even do a little trading in not just the Forex, but in the options market as well. And so I was like, let me sign up with these guys. It's a great price. And then I got into the platform and I was more than pleased. So
excellent. That's
I'm
good to
very
hear.
excited about it.
Amazing. Jason Stapleton, yeah, he's highly respected in the community, and it was with him that I came on board to do the first London live trading session with Jason. So Jason Stapleton's always a great affiliate and a great partner to have in this world of noise and snake oil salesmen. There's only there's a few people you can trust.
Yeah. I've been working with Andy Tanner. I don't know if you've heard of him with Robert Kawasaki.
Yep.
On the options trading. But there's so many people out there that say they'll do something and then I've just been real hesitant. I know, like you said, they're snake oil salesmen, and when I did research on you guys, and then I reached out to him, and my research and what he was saying all met up. So, and then I signed up, and I was very excited. So, because I've been interested in the Forex. I've been interested in the Forex for a long time, just because I like the way that there's no body that regulates Forex. It's all a community of traders that determine the price outcomes of whatever pairs you're matching. It's not like an options market or a stock market where there's, they'll put a stop and, traders have a lot of control, but not ultimate control. And so I dabbled in Forex and started learning it. And then when I saw you, that's what you guys did. And then, the live training sessions that you do every week, I was really excited about, really happy that I invested with you guys.
Amazing. So how are you finding it so far? Like in terms of the actual content, the platform, the structure of the thing, how's that suiting you?
Well, one, I really appreciate that you guys do this every week, the accountability sessions. The one thing I like about Andy Tanner, he's really smart and he has a lot of information, a lot of videos, but it's hard. It's never live. So you can't get with him. And, these are complex concepts. And I really like the opportunity to get on these accountability sessions and talk to you guys. And then I also like the fact that you do live trading from 7:30 to 10:30. Tuesdays through Thursdays, and that's helpful too, because it's more of the immersion. Even if I don't know what you're saying, like Jane said, you can pick up.
It's like learning a language, right?
Saying.
It's like a toddler learning a language by just being around people speaking English or whatever. It's like you just pick it up a lot quicker. And the Q&As as well, the live Q&As on a Monday, if you get the chance to attend those, they're incredible because it's just a dedicated, isolated question on one topic or two topics, and it's really in depth, and you make a lot of progress in one area just by attending those Q&As. So cool. So what are you working on at the moment? Where are you in the program?
I went through. I'm in the emergence course because I'm looking at the trading psychology. I think that's one of my. Just jump ahead. I listened to you talk to Jane. I think I have two major weaknesses when it comes to trading. One, I'm scared of losing my money and making a bad decision. And then two, allocating time. Like Jane said, everything wants to grab our attention these days, and just staying focused, allocating time and staying disciplined. For me, the time that I have is usually from 8 to 10 at night after the kids go to bed. And so that's when I've dedicated time to sit and listen and catch up on the emergence videos. And this weekend, I'm going to go through the Forex to start getting in depth in that.
Amazing. Okay, so what's the longer term vision for you then? Because obviously you're a master's in admin, finance, and where do you see yourself? What's the ideal situation for you?
I think the ideal situation for me is, I listened to a couple of Akil's podcasts, and I like his idea. He said he doesn't sit in the front of the computer every day, like all day, looking at the charts. I don't think you do either. He has a dedicated time of where he gets up in the morning, he reviews the markets, identifies targets that he wants to trade, spends 2 or 3 hours a day trading, and then he goes and does something else. So my ideal situation is sort of set it up like how Akil does, start at 6:30 in the morning, do my market research, 7:30 to 9:30, 10 o'clock, do trades, and then, go and focus on the other businesses that I'm working on.
Excellent.
So that's my goal, is to get proficient. So, and not make a lot of money. I'm not a big fan of, like investing in GameStop or trying to find that one, but I want to make consistent growth. Yeah.
I'm a very boring wealth creator.
That's what I like.
Yeah. Boring is guaranteed, and boring is profitable, in my opinion, without the stress. So I can't afford to lose much more hair.
No, neither can I.
And trading definitely has an effect on that. So boring's better for me, definitely.
And I also like how you guys have a lot of risk management too. One thing I've learned from Andy Tanner, there are a lot of people out there telling you how to trade, but they aren't teaching. Like you guys really do talk a lot about risk management. And when I heard that on some of your YouTube videos and things like that, that was another solidification in my mind that, these guys are legitimate traders and they actually want to help people because, risk management is a key pillar in any type of investing, Forex, options,
it's the primary focus, man. Don't lose money. Become a risk manager and your trading will just be fine. And that's it. Like, if you can master
I got to trust that risk management.
That's
the biggest thing. You got to trust it, and it takes time.
Yeah. You will trust it. It will take time, but you will trust it because of the way that you're building your trading system and the amount of work that you're going to put into that. You're going to be so connected to the numbers that it's going to give you, it's just going to give you mental clarity, psychological strength to trade it going forward without, having too many ups and downs. So, I look forward to following your journey, man. We've got such a switched on group of traders. Another thing, I know you kind of mentioned a couple of other educators or whatever, but one thing I love about Tier 1 is just the caliber of the members, the approach, how switched on people are. We don't tend to get any of these get-rich-quickers or... and I know we deliberately do a job of filtering those out, but the conversations we have here between us, I mean, you just don't get this in many trading communities that I've seen, and I've seen a few. So I just want to say I'm so grateful to be part of this. It blows my mind every time I speak to you guys.
I second that too. I've been in a lot too, and you know, this is like a little community. You know, you can hop on the chat and see everybody talking, and every day, you know, there's somebody in chatting, and you know, I don't do a lot of chatting, but you know, and I'm serious. Like, very few traders will actually get on there every single day or 3 days a week and teach you and show you what they're doing. So that's huge. I haven't seen anyone else that does that. You know, they'll do little webinars where they've recorded, you know, like a great grand slam that they've made while they've had 10 other losses that they never show you, you know. So I would second that 100%.
Amazing. Well, I appreciate that. So is there anything you want to get done by a certain time then? Like, I know you're methodical about your approach, but have you got something you want to get done by a certain time?
So I know you built the platform. I'd sort of like, what recommendation would you have? What type of goal would you set for me instead of me setting my goal?
Yeah. Have you, let me just bring something up quick. I don't know if you're familiar with the 90-day planner.
I am. I've been working through it. That's why I started with the emergent series first, and then I noticed set up an accountability session was next.
Great. Okay. So although that isn't that planner, and I'm going to post that into this chat here if anyone hasn't seen that. So make sure you pull up the chat and access this 90-day planner. You're going to have to be logged into the platform to access that. Now, those aren't like gospel times, but it is all kind of relative in terms of, like, if it takes you an hour to do the first step, then apply the hour to the next one, and then a little over an hour to the next one. It's kind of relative. We've needed to put together a plan of order, but the actual timings, you know, they're going to be different depending on how much time you can consistently dedicate to your trading. But that is a good plan. You know, I'd work through it in that order. And use the times as relative to your learning. So, you know, if milestone 15 took you 30 minutes, well, milestone 16 might take 240 minutes. But if milestone 15 takes you 2 days, then milestone 16 isn't going to take you 240 minutes, if that makes sense. It's going to
that makes sense.
Try and gauge it to your own learning, but that actual process is sound, and that's what I would recommend to anyone going through the platform. And the biggest bit of advice I can possibly give is just don't rush. And the way that you make sure that you're not rushing is, after every time you complete something, just ask yourself, have I understood everything? And just by asking yourself that question, it forces you to answer it. And there will be things where you go, actually, no, I didn't understand it. And if the answer's no, just go back and watch it again, and just look out for those bits and pieces that you didn't understand before moving on. That's probably the best advice I can give. In terms of a plan, just go through the program. You'll find your way. Everything that you need is at the right place in the right time in the program. So don't worry about you haven't got access to this, or you haven't opened this, or you haven't done this. It will be there at the right time when you need it. We've put a lot of effort into making sure that.
Yeah, and I picked up 2 books that I reached out to Akil after you guys had your reading list, or I didn't see that on YouTube, and I picked up 2 trading psychology books because I think it's
hugely important.
Yeah. Also, one quick question: do you have the trade on the Forex? I have a Thinkorswim account. And I've already requested access to trade on the Forex with them. Do you have a trading platform that you would recommend, or is Thinkorswim for the States an appropriate? I know a lot. If you're not in the States, you can't use Thinkorswim, but for me in the States, do you have a recommendation to trade on the Forex?
In terms of actual brokerages, we can't really recommend brokerages because, it's just, we don't really want to put our names behind certain brokerages. If you're in the UK, I can recommend Trade Nation because it's one of my friends, and I've I've had an account with him for many years. He's got 35 years in the experience in the industry. But in terms of actually broad recommendations of US, I can't actually recommend. In terms of trading platforms, NinjaTrader, TradingView, I know FXCM, any big company that are respected, you can't really go wrong with. But yeah, what I will say is, I did a video on broker analysis. Did you see that?
I'll check it out.
I developed a whole tool where you can go for a series of onboarding a broker and analyze them from research to platforms to trading to shutting down an account to withdrawals, and you can score them so that you can do your own solve your own paradox and make your own mind up. So it's called Brokers Exposed or Broker Analysis, and I give you a free tool on that as well. So check that out.
Awesome. Yeah, I'll watch that.
Amazing. All right, man. Well, listen, thanks for coming on, Jason. It'll be great to catch up with you and follow your journey in the future and see where you're at. And if you need anything, obviously you know where to find us.
Yes, I do. Thank you. You make it easy, which is nice.
That's good to hear, man. Thank you very much for coming on. And there's the video in the chat that Akil's just posted in. Drop the link. Yes, Akil's just mentioned that hopefully in the near future we're going to have some quizzes at the end of each lesson. So as you go through, it will force you to answer key questions after each session. So watch out for that.
Hope you guys enjoyed the podcast. If you want to be a part of the accountability sessions, either sit in and listen to one or even do one of your own, you can do so as part of your trial membership over on the Tier 1 Trading platform. Just head over to www.tier1trading.com. Hit that button that says start my risk-free trial membership, sign up, get on the platform for 14 days, download some software, network with the community, join our live rooms, join our accountability sessions, and take some courses as well. Again, that's www.tier1trading.com. If you do it, let me know you're going to be there. That way I can reach out and say what's up.